Mr. Foote's farm is certainly an asset to Rankin County, and Mr. Foote is a gentleman that anybody would be proud to call a friend, and I'm pleased that I'm able to call him a friend of mine. He sets an example. I would say first and foremost he sets an example through his involvement in his local church. He is a very, the spirit of Mr. Foote is to give.
We normally give to neighbors if it's a church function or something that they have need for garden vegetables or whatever. We usually share it, be too glad to share it with them.
His farm is very important here because of he is very willing to to sponsor or host field days here on his farm that allow people to come and see real practices on a real farm installed in this real world where the expenses are not camouflaged in any way. It's all up front, and they can see for sure how to properly install practices that make a difference on the farm and make a difference from a conservation standpoint.
Well, I have a tree farm and cattle farm. Diversified operation. This farm has been in my family ever since 1923. My grandfather settled here. Conservation is very, very important in my operation because of the many things that it provides for the farmers. And I could not survive without the assistance of the officers in conservation, so it's very important to me. We do have cross fencing, and there again, NRCS was very instrumental in helping me with that. And of course, we do have cross fencing, rotational grazing. We do have ponds all over the place. Anytime that you don't take care of and try to provide clear water for your cattle, or where it's an operation or whatever it is, you really need to provide the maintenance there and try to take care of the water systems and everything else. Try not to pollute it.
As coordinator of outreach activities in Mississippi, I'm especially pleased to, first of all, see featured as success stories farmers like Mr. Lee Foote. It's most gratifying to see the partnership and work that goes into making these farmers, helping these farmers be successful and stay sustainable.
Well, through the partnership of NRCS, the Soil and Water Conservation Commission, the local district, we all come together and bring programs into the local district to help the local landowners like Mr. Foote. And with doing that, we can combine things together and help the landowner achieve a better farm.
And we also, on our pasture land, we always get technical assistance on that, advice as to what we need to do as far as fertilization. We always go in and have soil samples made and tell us exactly what fertilizer we need to put on that ground. The office up at Brandon, Mr. Murray Fulton, was very instrumental in giving me advice and assistance.
We are very proud of the technical assistance that we are able to provide producers just like Mr. Foote. The Farm Bill programs that I've worked with Mr. Foote in implementing on his farm range from CRP to EQIP and also GLCI, or Grazing Land Conservation Initiative. He is an example, sets a shining example on his farm and in every way of conduct of his life, and as a leader here in the county, as a proponent for agriculture and for conservation here in Rankin County.
If you are a farmer, then you want to take care of that land. It has been passed on many times from generation to generation, and I think that those of us who come in possession of it, no matter what time or place in our lives, we ought to be good stewards of the land in order that we might pass it on to the next generation.